Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with us today. Bogdan, my cousin, joined me actually we went for a walk like we always do. And we are in Parcul Subarin. And we're gonna have a few articles to discuss. I am next to a little bridge here. We are in a park. Here is the bridge. We're gonna go that way. And then we're gonna go to the stadium, Sibiu Stadium, and basically talk about Ukraine, Putin, Trump, Zelensky. Tomahawk missiles still on the table. Trump tells Zelensky something that we all knew. Putin can destroy you if he wants. Zelensky, Trump yelled at one another, and Trump cursed a lot. Trump tells Zelensky, you need to give, not need to, because it's very strange because we have different reports. Some say, no, he didn't tell Zelensky, you gotta give Donbass to Putin. He wants to freeze the war, special military operation at wherever they are right now, and then make peace, which I think it's imbecilic. But hey, it could be a step forward. Bogdan will interact with you whenever he feels like, and he's gonna say his piece, right? Tell him you're not.
I am a supporter of Ukraine here, so I cannot speak too much.
So you got the devil and you got all right, let's go this way. Okay, so we're gonna go across a little bridge here. I used to go as a child a lot in here and look for eggs, and I was climbing trees and all that. It's a little creek here. Let me show you. I'm gonna go this way. It's gonna be against the sun. It's a little creek down there somewhere. All right, and it's a beautiful afternoon on what's it today? 20th of October, I think it is. Here we have a little children playground, Romanian style. But hey, what they say Romanian style, you can use atomic bombs. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's built by the communists with a real. Let me do this a little bit longer. There you go. Okay, how about this one, baby towel? All right, so I have my thing here, about 8 subjects, I would say. And bear with me a little bit until I open this thing. Again, I'm ready, but not ready. By the way, I met an old acquaintance as I was walking here. He's 79 years old. He took me the first time in my life to hunting in Romania for how do you call it? Ducks, for ducks. And it's a long story. His father was a friend. He went to college with de Gaulle, and when de Gaulle came here, General de Gaulle came to visit Ceausescu, the first thing he said, where is Mr. Pap? And he didn't care about Ceausescu. He wanted to see his former colleague. Okay, so here it is. They knew that Ukraine cannot beat Russia. Who thought that Ukraine could beat Russia was either delusional or patriotism, I don't know, clouded his reason or something, which sometimes it happens to us. So what's going on? Ukraine cannot defeat Russia. Ex-UK defense chief says. David Richards has said. So this is Kiev lacks the manpower and necessary Western support. This is according to former defense chief. Do you think that the guys in the West, let's put it this way, they didn't know that? This is the playground over there. Do you think they didn't know that? They knew that. They already know. The problem is about profits. Here is a place where I used to come with a friend of mine and do Kyokushin at 11 p.m. here. In that little thing over there, Bazibo, believe whatever you call it. All right. So it was known. They keep going because it's about profits, my friends. From here, we're gonna go to a little monument dedicated to Mihai Eminescu, Romania's national poet. Here is a beautiful, how do you call it, roses garden right there, and a little. It doesn't work because it's too cold right now. Fountain. This is a nice place where you bring your children with their, bikes, grandparents, and it's good for a walk. It's nice, safe always. Nevertheless, We got some sturdy Romanian teenagers. Maybe they're gonna send him to Ukraine to defend freedom and keep us safe. We like personality, don't we? Okay, so we have here some. Nearly all of Donbass already taken by Russia, says Putin. So this is what Donald Trump told Zelensky in Washington, D.C. And these guys interpreted this as, well, Trump is eager beaver to give Putin part of Ukraine, which he has actually no authority, but he doesn't have the authority, but he has the power. Here is the little creek going that way, and is going to Chibin. All right, we're gonna get to the monument of Mihai Eminescu. So nearly all of Donbass, and he said 78% of Donbass is already in Russia's or Putin's claws, talons. And he says, here, let me read it for you. We think what they should do is just stop at the line where they are. The rest is very tough to negotiate, Trump says. Of course it's tough to negotiate. You're losing. But nevertheless, anything about this thing, Bogdan, you just enter whenever you want.
Thank you. I think you gave the gist already, so I'll say.
That is Mihai Eminescu's monument. We're gonna go over there. The communists built this, I think, and it used to be some beautiful water going around here from that monument with some fountains. So why not give it to the Russians, because they already got it. All right, let me see the next one. The next video I will make with Israel, and as I said, Israel in Gaza, Hamas broke the ceasefire, as I said, and this is what Trump also supposedly told Zelensky, and not only. The United States of America can't give all of its weapons to Ukraine. Well, you know what bothers me is why Trump has to justify himself so much in front of this guy. This is one of the things. Well, we know why, but he's justifying America's decisions like, oh, we get depleted, we can't give them all, we need them. Why do you even give us a reason? Well, I don't think that's right, they should stop right now. No, it's all justifications coming from Donald Trump. And this is what he says. You know, we can't give all of our weapons to Ukraine. We just can't do that. And I've been very good to President Zelensky and to Ukraine. But we can't give, if we're going to be short, I don't want to do that. I can't jeopardize the United States. So I've been good to Zelensky. Don't lynch me right now, media, because why? Anyway, this is the next one. Let's go to the next thing that we have. The Tomahawk missiles decision has not been made yet, according to Vance. The Vice President of the United States of America said the decision has not been made. So with three of us, just the three of us, like this. All right, there you go. Nice, and I'm glad it's still here. And of course, I climbed on his head when I was a kid, but hey, what girls can do to you. All right, it's their fault, all their fault. Let me read somewhere here what he says. We're going to keep on walking down the pathway of peace, whether it takes us another few weeks. And few weeks, or God forbid, longer than that, we're going to leap on working on it. That's what I said here, according to Mr. And he says that, that's something that they want, the Tomahawks missiles. Vance said to the US President, it's certain hearing that request. So it's not yet decided, according to, this was Ukrinform. The next one is from Sputnik, and this is the same topic. No decision made on Tomahawk deliveries to Ukraine. Okay, well, I don't think that would happen, because as Trump said, and they all know, they know it. This is what bothers me. This is a premeditated crime. It's not like, we don't know, we thought we were going to win. No, you all knew you can't win, but you try, and Ukraine can't win. You thought that NATO will be able to destroy these guys in no time, and it didn't happen. So now they'll try to tell us, well, actually, I don't think these guys can win. Some of us, most of us, were well aware of that. So let's go to the next one. All right.
Can I say something about
Certainly.
tomahawks? So maybe you can notice the fact that even in the Second World War, there wasn't a negotiation. It was all the idea of unconditional surrender. And when they started the fight with Russia, they approached it in the same way. They just piled all the sanctions, everything. They just gave weapons, and they didn't think about leverage, right? Ideally, if they wanted to negotiate, they would have kept the things, and they would have said, okay, if you do something, we are not going to give that. But they just piled up everything. And the way I read this tomahawk is really used like, they try to use it as a leverage. Like, what we are doing is we are not going to give it to Ukrainians if you do this or that or that. So that's kind of how I see it. But maybe it's wrong, but yeah.
No, it's they still keep it on the table because otherwise it would be a surrender. And you don't want to give your aces, if that's an ace, away. And the problem is they have to save face. They're not going to say, Putin threatened us, and indeed we can't do anything about it. Therefore, we're not going to send missiles.
And they played too many cards. It's like you play bridge or something, and you have, anyway, you take the hand, but you put the 2 times. You take it 2 times with an ace and with a trump. The same here. They don't have trumps anymore, even if they have 1 trump. And they are using the tomahawks. They try to use. But
Yeah.
it's very small. It's a small ace.
They will not send anything. The Russians told them clearly, this is it, and we.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Russians, and I will say this, I said it many times, the Russians allow the Americans to save face.
And they sell it, and right now, because of this tomahawks, you see this is what I got, a new meeting with Putin. This is another, because Trump is amazingly astute in PR stunts. And this is a PR stunt, in my opinion.
It is. The same thing was told by, who the hell was an expert? Anyway, I did it a few days ago. He said that this is just a PR with the tomahawks. They would not sending anyway. Next topic. Trump denies pressuring Zelensky to agree to hand over all of Donbas. So let me just take my cool glasses off because I can't see anything. And here it says, the US President Donald Trump has denied claims that he pressured his Ukrainian counterpart to agree to hand over all of Donbas to Russia. According to Reuters, Friday's meeting between Trump and Zelensky took place in a tense atmosphere. They yelled at one another. Sources said the discussion ended with Trump's position on a deal where we are, effectively freezing the war along the current line of contact. And I'm quoting Trump. We think that what they should do is just stop at the lines where they are, the battle lines, he said. Meanwhile, he denied suggesting that Zelensky hand over all of Donbas. Not all of it, just 78%. And
Show the faces.
this one?
Yeah. If you can, I'm not sure I can.
Yeah, they can.
Look.
It's like a love affair.
Daddy and...
Now, next one. Trump urges Zelensky to accept Putin's terms, saying Russia could, quote-unquote, destroy Ukraine. Financial Times reports. Now, the thing is, these guys in Ukrainska Pravda say that Russia could destroy Ukraine. No, he didn't say that. I'm going to give you the direct quote from Trump. And Trump said, Putin can destroy you if he wants. All right? But anyway, they try to make it nicer. Let me see where did I get the... All right, here. These guys are turning it. Why? They try to be obviously creating unity, and it's the Russians against the Ukrainians, and when Putin does something, he does against whole Ukraine, and the representative of Ukraine is your boss now, Zelensky. So if Zelensky is threatened, Ukraine is threatened. No, No, that's not what it is. Zelensky made decisions against Ukrainian people. Some of them agreed with him. I agree with that. But he's not, how should I put it, the symbol of Ukraine. So if let's say someone eliminates Zelensky, you can say, yeah, he's the president, so he represents it. I'm not saying that's that. I'm just saying that they try to equate Ukraine's interest, Ukraine nation to Zelensky. They're the same thing. So if Zelensky, I don't know, has only one ball, the whole Ukraine is hurt or something. No, it's not. And he has no balls anyway. So let's go to the direct quotation. According to Financial Times, Trump's aggressive repetition of Putin's rhetoric during the Friday meeting dashed hopes among many of Ukraine's European allies that he can persuade to strengthen support for Kiev. And this guy is going to give us right here. According to one European official, Trump told Zelensky, important, he should make a deal or face destruction, warning him, and I'm quoting, if Putin wants it, he will destroy you. And that he tells Zelensky, if Putin wants it, he will destroy you. I mean, did you know this? I mean, that's news to us, isn't it? I don't think so. And here I'm going to talk about that as well. Keep talking because it's very important. It's very important. It's something that I said many times before. Trump told Zelensky that Putin told him, and Trump also told Zelensky, that Russia has a special military operation. Russia is not fighting a war. That's again something that is very important, something that I said. The Russians kept saying, we are not at war. This is a special military operation. That means we're not waging an all full war. We can destroy you. I think that's how the conversation was during that meeting. So Trump reportedly berated Zelensky in closed-door shouting match, warned Ukraine leader Putin will destroy you. And let's see, Donald Trump, the Financial Times, Trump warned the Ukrainian president to accept Russia's terms for ending the war, lest Russian leader Vladimir Putin destroy Ukraine. No, well, he can't destroy that. And again, according to a European official with knowledge of the meeting, Trump told Zelensky that Putin had told him the conflict was a special operation and not even a war, adding that the Ukrainian leader needed to cut a deal or face destruction. He, not Ukraine. The official said that Trump told Zelensky he was losing the war, warning, and I'm quoting, if Putin wants it, he will destroy you. At one point in the meeting, the US president threw Ukraine's maps of the battlefield to one side. The official familiar with the encounter said, according to the official, Trump said he was sick of seeing the map of the front line of Ukraine again and again. Let's see if this is, or we're gonna go to the next one. Oh yeah, he said, okay, Trump would not commit to sending Tomahawk missiles. And he says, Trump told Fox News, Maria Bartiromo, Sunday that Putin was going to take something from Ukraine. I mean, they fought. He has a lot of property. He's won certain property. So he didn't lose it, he won. So these are the topics, my friends. So these guys, as I said, with how do you call the mountain slope model, or with the popping the cherry model, they start slow and then they go harder and deeper. The same here. Now they come and tell us. Let's turn around and videotape this. This is Romania, the Sibiu's stadium, football, soccer field, and here is some training grounds for the youth. Here is a, how do you call it, playing ground over there, and in the back over there, there's an outside workout place. Let's go and back those guys. Let's go. I'm gonna go so you can stay in between us. All right, let's go over there. So these guys start saying things that were unstatable before, which was, remember the former defense minister of UK? Ukraine can't beat Russia. And again, the guy over there, I didn't read the article, he said, unless there's military troops, NATO troops in, Ukraine has no way of winning. Even, he says, he doesn't have the personnel, the number. Not only the number, I don't think it has the productivity, the ability. It's a reality we all knew. The problem is these guys, now you can figure out how these guys are lying. The media, the operatives, when they told you that, oh, we're going to inflict a military defeat on Russia, which was obviously impossible, or not impossible, but still close to impossible. And now we have these guys recognizing them. I'm going to videotape the stadium a little bit right there.
If you go closer, you can even go inside if you want.
All right, let's see the. I don't like it because this one is very big, very nice, very modern. But it's what, 15,000 seats?
Well, 13.
Oh, 13? Okay, so it's even worse. I mean, in Ceausescu's times, this was smaller as a building. I mean, look, it's a very modern arena. It was, I know, completed a few days ago, 2 days ago, yeah, a few years ago, 5, 6, 3, something like this. But it has 12,000 capacity. It used to have 25, if I remember correctly, when I was a kid here. I didn't like going to soccer games. I got bored. All right, so let's see if we can. We're gonna enter! Woohoo!
This is how you watch the game.
Yeah, this is how you watch that game. All right. Okay. All right. Nice. It's very nice. Yeah. You think you're gonna videotape us? Guess what? We're gonna videotape you as well. Okay. So the fact that these guys started telling it the way it is, and it's been since the beginning of this garbage in Ukraine, that tells me they prepare them, not you and I or us, to agree to accept some form of defeat, but not called defeat, because Trump, in one of his statements, in one of these articles, said let them both claim victory, that is Zielenski and Putin, and stop this war. All right, what do you think will happen, Bogdan?
Actually, I believe they present these things in a very simplistic way. For example, they claim that Trump wants peace, right? And it's just a matter of the fact that Zelensky and others is against it. Now, the question to me is, the way I understand politics is, in a country, in a smaller, weaker country such as Ukraine, US would groom a group of people who want peace. They would advertise these people in the media, and they would change Zelensky. And it would be as simple as 1, 2, 3. In 2 months they could do that. So there was enough time since January to have these people already presented to the people, to be the saviors of Ukraine, and suddenly they would be put in, and then the peace would be done through them. The fact that these people don't exist, they are not projected to us, and Zelensky, who is clearly a supporter of war, is all the time, they talk to him, Trump talked to him as if, man, I want, but why isn't he making peace? I think it's really another PR stunt in which Trump allows this warmonger to support war, even if he would be able in 2 months to change the guy and discuss with somebody who would support peace. So that's kind of how I see it. It's just a game.
Yeah, it is a profit game, and unfortunately the profit game is done on the graves of the Ukrainian nation. This is a little outside training session.
Don't you see how in any country they don't like a leader? Immediately appears, even in Orban, Hungary, there is that Magyar who is like he was taken from
Fair magazine.
From the Fair magazine. So
model.
So always they are doing like this, and suddenly they claim that they have Zelensky for so many months, and they don't like him, but they don't have anybody to put his in. They don't have even somebody to challenge him on a regular basis. I don't believe that.
All right, we're gonna go towards center of Sibiu, the lower city. We're gonna make another video there, and yeah, at least they move towards reality. So they drop delusion. This was then mass psychosis inflicted by the media and politicians at how do you call it? At not orders, but controlled by the big business. That's what it was. It was an economic war, try to destroy Russia, get its resources, put the Russians to work for them. You know what it is, and so on.
And this can be an adjustment for another 3 years in which Trump all the time wants peace. But actually, he's just giving arms. He's supporting all the interest of the big business, and then he will not be there. There will be other people. They can change the tone. So, is he going to make peace? I'm not sure.
All right, my friends. Thank you very much for being with us here today. We're gonna make another one pretty soon. I'm gonna post this one, and the other one I'm gonna post it in about 4 hours after this. I'm gonna also make a live one, so stay tuned for the other one. Probably I'm gonna make it from the downtown Sibiu. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.